Adivinha onde é que eu estou hoje? Com quem eu estou conversando? Com a Susan. A Susan, ela acabou de lançar, quer dizer, a Psicologia Pragmática. É um livro bastante interessante que tem vários idiomas e provavelmente ele será traduzido para o português. Eu vou conversar com ela rapidamente sobre os nossos processos do Access Consciousness. Please, Susan, introduce yourself for Brazilian people.
Hi, my name is Suzanna Mittmaier, and I'm a lucky girl with you here today and talking about pragmatic psychology. I started out being a psychologist. You want to translate, or are we just gonna?
You're just gonna.
Okay, cool. Okay.
That I can put a level
Awesome,
better.
great.
Yeah.
So I started out being a psychologist in Sweden, and I worked in psychiatry, and then I got in contact with Access Consciousness, and everything changed, as it does always, with all these amazing tools. And so I started to use the tools in mental health with my patients, and everything changed. My whole way of working changed. The impossible became possible, and then I had conversations with Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness, and he like asked me, so what are you creating in the world? Are you creating a different paradigm for psychology? And from those conversations, a whole new universe got created, a whole new possibility for psychology. And so we came up with the name pragmatic psychology, because pragmatic means doing what works. You know, it's like this world is so often dramatic.
Oh, wonderful.
You know, like you look at what's wrong and why is it wrong and fixing problems and all that stuff. And so pragmatic psychology is not about the wrongness anymore. It's about doing what works and having the ease and the lightness that is not normal on our planet yet.
Oh, give an example. After you publish this kind of book and use the tools from the Access, your clients,
Yes.
spit it up. Yeah.
My clients and me.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes. And you know, like usually in therapy, people come once a week.
Yeah.
And you go through the problems and you go through the feelings and everything that's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And everything is so much easier and so much faster now.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yeah. And give us some example that you can use this kind of tools from the Access Consciousness in your therapy or your session.
So what I recommend, like the people also who are facilitating pragmatic psychology, because there's now also a facilitators training.
Oh, wonderful.
So, because I don't want to be the only one who does that.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to invite other people who would like to facilitate this. And so one of the most important things with this work is when you meet a client to not have any whatsoever point of view. You know, like usually professionals, they have so much education.
Exactly.
And you have all these things in the back of your head when you meet somebody.
Yes.
And you look at the person not being aware and present with the person, but you're looking through the filters of everything you had in your education.
Yeah.
And so you actually don't see what's going on. Because most experts, most practitioners, they haven't learned to trust what they know.
Exactly.
You know? Like they rather trust the theory. They rather trust the book and the things they learn rather than themselves.
Exactly.
So this is where you also as a practitioner, whether you work with bodies or with, you know, speaking, coaching, whatever, this is where you get to know what you know, trust yourself, and then you have a way more, an easier time, and not only easier time with your clients, but you also see more, you're aware of more, you see more of the details, and you can facilitate them way easier and way more clear. It's not about interpretation anymore.
Yeah.
Right? It's about you be something that invites the client to something greater.
Oh, so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And what kind of work can you say for the psychologists or mental work or the people that sometimes don't use this kind of tools because it's so straight ahead about okay, I'm so psychologist, I don't use this. My formation is like a physician, and I don't like to do that. I think this is a very good invitation for
anybody, like anybody who works with people.
Exactly.
You know, whether you're a teacher or a social worker, doctor, therapist, like there's so many ways of work, like mother, you know,
Yes.
dad. I mean, this is working with people as well. And the tools are changing a lot. And what if we could be way more pragmatic rather than dramatic?
Oh, wonderful. To the end of the interview, what do you say for the Brazilian people?
What I've heard, I've never been in Brazil so far this lifetime.
Oh, wonderful.
So
You must go.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
So what I heard of you guys is that you are super fun and very much alive. That's the reputation you guys have. And I would like to, I would love to really, like, if you would live up to that reputation even more, like amped it up. Like the joy is such a great world changer, you know, like in the world, in our world, joy is not normal.
Oh, wonderful.
Not yet, right?
Yeah.
And if you have a country where people actually are willing to be alive more than in other countries, that is such a gift. It is such a gift. Please be it more. Please be it more. It will change the world. Thank you.
Ok, thank you so much. Te vejo no próximo vídeo. Tchau.
Ciao.